Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Alexei and today we're gonna discuss Sony a7iii sensor and gimbal running Gimbal RS for stabilization system. So first let's talk about Sony a7iii. It's mirrorless camera and very popular between independent photographers and videographers. A lot of independent filmmakers use it because it's relatively cost-effective and very high flexible. It can be used in many different shooting situations, from simple content creation to more serious filmmaking projects. One of the main advantages of this camera is very high quality and very detailed footage in very different lighting conditions, as a good and bad as well. It's also known for its good low light performance, which is important for real-world shooting. However, it's important to mention that the camera records in 8-bit. This means it has some limitations in color grading, especially in complex scenes. To better understand the performance of this camera, firstly I tested the ISO noise test. In this test I increased the ISO while keeping the exposure constant. This allows us to isolate the effect of ISO on noise without changing brightness. The results show that noise increases slightly as the ISO goes higher. However, the difference between ISO levels is not very large, especially in well-lit areas. This suggests that the camera behaves close to ISO invariant. In practical terms, this means that exposure can be adjusted later in post-production without a major loss in image quality. So in real production it gives more flexibility in different lighting conditions. For example, me as a videographer with more 2 years of experience, I could agree with that. Next, I tested the camera in low light conditions. In this case, the situation is more challenging. Because there is less light available, as the ISO increases, noise becomes more visible, especially in shadows area, around ISO 1600 to 3200. The image is still usable and retains a good level of detail, however at higher ISO values such as 6400 and above, there is a noticeable loss of detail and increased color noise. This has a direct impact on a night shooting, where maintaining image quality becomes difficult in low light conditions. I also compared Sony a7iii and Sony FX3 just to see the difference between them. In the exposure matched ISO test, the a7iii showed a stable performance with relatively small differences in noise. However, in low light conditions, the FX3 produces cleaner results at the higher ISO values. This shows that the different cameras perform differently depending on the situation. The Sony FX3 was designed for more professional video production, while Sony a7iii is designed for photography and videography, kind of hybrid. This camera absolutely amazing in photography ways and in video as well, while FX3 has a just professional video quality. Overall, Sony a7iii is very flexible and reliable camera, which provides you very good high-quality images in different ways of the shooting. It's especially useful for independent filmmakers and content creators who need a balance between performance and image quality. However, it's still limited by 8-bit recording and reduced performance in extreme low light conditions. So, while it's a strong camera, it may not be ideal for more demanding production environments. Now let's move to the running Gimbal RS4. This is motorized gimbal system, was created to make stabilized camera. It's widely used by both beginners and professionals, and especially useful in dynamic shooting situations. One of the main advantages of the RS4 is its flexibility. It supports a wide range of the camera setups and offers different stabilization modes. For example, you can use the pan following, pan and tilt following, or even FPV, depending on your shooting needs. It's also relatively easy to use once you're understanding the basics of the systems. Allow still needs some experience and getting how does it works. To evaluate the usability of this gimbal, I tested firstly setuping time and then balancing in overall. I just did the normal assembled test and balancing, and to see with the camera operator with 2 years experience with this system for how long or how fast I can set up and balance this system with the normal Sony a7 III camera to run and gun video shooting. The setup took around 3 minutes and 27 seconds. Minus was performed with the experience. This shows that the gimbal can be prepared relatively quickly in a real production workflow. However, for beginners, the process may take longer as the balancing requires precision and understanding of the system. In production, it means that it's very good gimbal for fast run-gun shooting, but still needs experience and get used to it. Then I tested stabilization performance in different conditions while I was slow walking, fast walking and running to see difference between shaking in different conditions. The goal was to see how well the gimbal can handle different types of movement. The results shows that the footage remained smooth and stable even during faster motion. Vertical movement was also well controlled, which is important for maintaining a natural look. This results in a more symmetric visual style, which is often expected in professional video production. All my tests, fully video, you can see down there. I just leave the links, so you're welcome to watch my fully test. I won't put in this video, but however. However, it's important to note that stabilization quality is very dependent on the camera operator. Between different camera operators, you can get different images and stabilizations, smooth movement. For example, even me, in the 70mm on the detail shooting, I can sometimes fail. I also compared this device running RS4 with his older brother, the RS4 Pro version, to see maybe there is a difference between them. Both gimbals provide strong stabilization, but they are designed for different type of use. The RS4 is more compact and better suited for lightweight cameras setups, which makes it ideal for run and gun shooting. In contrast, the RS4 Pro supports heavier cameras, rigs, and is more suitable for complex production environments. It also offers more advanced features which might be useful in professional workflow. So overall, both gimbals are effective, but they are optimized for different needs. For example, RS4 is much better for light cameras, for example a7 III, IV, IIIs, while Ronin RS4 Pro even can get the black magic cameras with much high capacity. Overall, DJI RS4 gimbal, very effective stabilization tool. It allows filmmakers to achieve smooth and stable footage in a wide range of the situation. It is particularly useful in dynamic shooting scenarios where camera movement is required. However, the performance depends on the operator's skills, and it can be physically demanding during the long shots. So while it improves production quality, it still requires practice and proper technique to use effectively. And guys, if you enjoyed this video, please like this video, subscribe on my channel, comment something. Thank you for watching. See you for the next video, guys. Bye bye.